Hello and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I'm reviewing the Mannochmore, one of the probably a very underrated whiskey I find. This is a Diageo release, 25-year-old, 3,954 bottles, cask strength 53.4, non-chill filtered, blah 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 and all of that good stuff. So look, Mannochmore is an interesting single malt. I believe they use them in Ballantines, and there's actually a Ballantines Mannochmore range out there in some regional areas. But look, Mannochmore is a very underrated whiskey, I find. And so when I see a good Mannochmore, which is hard to find because they're few and far between, I always jump at the chance. So whether it's independently bottled or in this case, a quarter century of single malt by the distiller themselves, I will take it as much as I can. Let's start pouring. And I love reviewing whiskies like this because it is always a bit unusual. It's not your typical liquor store drop, and I really do enjoy exploring more unusual distilleries. So, but look at that color. Look at that beautiful color. I mean, oh wow. Look, I'm guessing this is a bourbon cask, a mix of first and second fill bourbon hogshead. It's a sickly coconut. I mean, really, really sickly, sugary coconut and vanilla. A coconut syrup, orange marmalade. So what I'm getting out of this is orange marmalade, a very, very heavy orange, candied orange kind of note. In fact, the first few sniffs, I'm not getting much out of it except for the orange marmalade and the vanilla. Absolutely. Oh wow. The intensity of flavor is just so crazy. I mean, it's just in your face. Candied orange, orange marmalade, orange peel, just everything orange. Then followed by sickly sweet burnt brown sugar, caramel, toffee, fudge, burnt butter, sage, a herbal note. I would say a bouquet of herbs: sage, rosemary, thyme, aniseed, licorice. Oh wow. Herbs and spices, and a hint of smoke. Wow, a hint of smoke. Oh, the nose is absolutely glorious nose. I can sniff this shit all day. Oh yeah. Oh, quite an unusual note, eh? I mean, but not something you smell every day when it's that intense, that syrupy, that viscous. Black pepper. And a slight meatiness as well. I'm trying to put my finger on what kind of meatiness it is. Like a porky fat. Like a jamon serrano maybe. And some rust. Like a wet, rusted metal. Oh wow. Delicious nose. Great, compelling and interesting nose. Let's get sipping. Wow. That is just full-bodied, intense, very intense in flavor. Definitely a spiced orange note to that. In fact, it's so intense and spiced orange notes that I'm not getting much else for now. I mean, the nose matches the palate. Orange marmalade, candied orange with spice, a little bit of cloves, a little bit of aniseed, and maybe even some herbs in there that I mentioned before. But absolutely phenomenal. The mouthfeel is viscous, the mouthfeel is intense, it is oily, it's very substantial, but it's exceptionally palatable and quaffable. It's not much of a challenge, just a hint of challenge in there. Very, very well done to the bottling process of this, the tasting. Absolutely astonishing. Everything about this whiskey exudes luxuriousness. It's silky, velvety, oily, rich, satisfying, herbal, with a bit of candied orange and orange rind. I just can't get over that fact, but a good amount of spice, not too much. A hint of smokiness. This is an excellent dram. This particular dram is just phenomenal. I mean, I'm a fan of Mannochmore already, but this makes me even more of a fan of Mannochmore. The distillery itself can release this bottle and still taste as compelling and as good as an independently bottled whiskey. And like I said, when you get to anywhere near the quarter century and above, a distillery will always put their best foot forward, because really if they don't, it's just counterintuitive and they're just chumps if they don't. And this is a perfect example of that. They put their best foot forward, and that is one pretty foot. That is one awesome foot. Minerally, a little bit of that rustiness coming through. Absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. And the tannin levels is not too high either. The tannin is heavy because obviously 25 years, and but it's not to the point where you kind of just taste wood and oak. It's actually not like that at all. The flavor has just developed so nicely in there. I can't rave on enough about this particular bottle. Have you had any 25-year-old Mannochmores before? Whether it's released in, what year was this released? Let me just have a look. You know what? It doesn't even say. And that's okay. That's alright. Doesn't matter. Have you had a Mannochmore 25 before? If you have, let me know your thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts. Cigar pairings. I think that a peppery, heavy, strong cigar would be great for this. The sweetness, the candied orange really just suits the profile. It'll balance it out. It's exceptionally palatable, so matching the strongest cigar you know would actually be quite great with this and balance it out and give you that little extra sweetness. Look, until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. Thank you for joining me today. Cheers.